ವಸುದೇವಸುತಂ ದೇವಂ ಕಂಸಚಾಣೂರಮರ್ದನಂ ದೇವಕೀ ಪರಮಾನಂದಂ ಕೃಷ್ಣಂ ವಂದೇ ಜಗದ್ಗುರುಂ ನಮೋಸ್ತುತೆ ವ್ಯಾಸವಿಶಾಲಬುದ್ಧೇ ಕುಲಾರವಿಂದಾಯತಪತ್ರನೇತ್ರ येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्ण प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः नमो नमः. Greetings to all from wherever you are joining. Today we had the parayana of all 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita on account of Mokshada Gita Jayanti. Mokshada Ekadashi is on Monday. Every Ekadashi has a name, and the Monday's Ekadashi, it is called as Mokshada Ekadashi. Mokshada, Da means giver, Moksha means freedom. And we are covering Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. There is a coincidence between the what we are learning, Mokshada Sannyasa Yoga and Mokshada Gita Jayanti. And in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna in the 10th chapter, he is saying that Masanam Margashirshoham. Among the months, the Margashira Masa is the best of the months. Best of the months, the Mahabharata war fought for 18 days. It started on the Ekadashi day. The Bhagavan gave this Upadesha to Arjuna. Narayana Swayam. Bhagavan himself has given this Upadesha on Ekadashi day, and war was fought for 18 days, and it culminated on Amavasya on no moon day. The war finished on that day. 18 days. And we can ask, yes, God has told what it is in for me. It may be a divine song. How does it matter? How does it matter? Because the message of Bhagavad Gita is universal. It is relevant to everyone. Everyone, like government gives, in a country where we live in, it says a set of rules. Set of rules like driving, how to drive, which side you have to drive, and what are the rules you have to obey. That is the social norm. But being as a human, we have a dharma to follow. How to lead a life. Without rules and regulation, we can't drive. There is a set of rules you have to obey to lead the life. That Bhagavan Sri Krishna talks about this one. When we go off track, we go through lot of mental challenges, mental health, physical health issues. How to recalibrate our life. The message of Bhagavan helps us in recalibrating our inner barometer so that we come on track. And it is a super psychology text for whole of humanity, not just it was relevant 5,000 years back. It is no longer relevant. The message of Bhagavad Gita is still current, relevant. It will be relevant in the future also. As long as humans are there, humanity is there, message of Bhagavad Gita is universal, and its application, irrespective of our background, maybe our circumstances, our age bracket, whether children, adult, the message of Bhagavad Gita is universal. It is universal. Mokshada means, name itself says, it gives us the solace. It gives us the freedom. It gives the freedom in life. The Pandavas and the Kaurava story, Pandavas have shown us there is no exception to do the sadhana we can't say when I have a calm period in my life, when everything is settled, then I will do the sadhana. That is what we say. Right now I can't do. I have to earn my money, I have to make money, and I have to look after our children. These things I will look after, I will put it off, I will sweep it under the carpet, I will do it later when I have the time, when I have the correct time. When I have the good time, it is many people I have heard saying that I am not a sannyasi, I am not in a monastery, have nothing to do. I am a very busy person. So one who is free, they can reflect on Bhagavad Gita. I am very busy. Busy, it is saying that it's a Bhagavad Gita message. Pandavas have shown, irrespective of your circumstances, you have to do the sadhana. Whether they did not stop doing the sadhana, even Bhima in the forest when they were in exile, Bhima used that one as an opportunity to the sadhana, killing the Bakasura, Kirmira. Bakasura, it talks about he was there right from Ramayana time. Ramayana time, Bakasura and his brother Kirmira, and Kirmira was there, Kichaka and Jimuta, and many Rakshasas, evil forces. They were troubling the good people, and the sages were finding it hard to do the practice. He destroyed them. Arjuna used that an opportunity to do the sadhana to get Pashupata Astra. And when the opportunity, not to go into depression, when the challenge is there, use that one as the sadhana period. When we came to Australia for about the few months, I did not have a job. I thought instead of going into complaining mode and depression, I used that one as an opportunity to do the deep sadhana. That resulted in we bringing out the yoga center. When the challenge is there, not to say now I am going through the tough time, I won't do any sadhana. When the tough time is there, that is the time. God has given you He has put a block on your path. He is conveying some message. Stop. You stop. Stop means unless one who has put the block alone will remove. He has asked me to, there is a traffic jam, he asked me to stop. So what I have to do the sadhana such a way that then he opened the door. He opened the door. When our tough time is there, not to complain, Bhagavan has put a block. He is conveying some message. You are going that way, sorry, this is not the way. Stop and look for another avenue. That is what the Pandavas have shown in Virata Parva. In Virata Parva, all Pandavas in Yaksha Prashna, Yama, he revealed himself, he was Yaksha. He gave a boon to Yudhishthira in the incognito after your 13 years of exile. Even all of you, 5 people, as it is, go in front of Kauravas and Duryodhana. I will bless that they won't identify you. And Draupadi, they won't, he already blessed them. Even if you go in front, and before entering to Virata's kingdom, they did a Durga Stuti, and Durga Devi appeared, and she also blessed them. Nobody will be able to identify you during incognito. So they went to Virata, one by one they went. Dharmaraja went as a Kanka Yati, like a Yati, because he had Rajasuya Yaga performed, and Saligrama Abhisheka had happened. If he had gone as somebody else, he had to bow down to the king. When you go as a Yati, he need not have to bow down. He chose that one. And next, Bhima, when he went and looking at his stature, his glow, Virata said, you will be, I am not able to maintain you, that I am not worthy of you employing you. And looking at Bhima, he said, even if I donate land from shore to shore, that is not enough. And Bhima chose to be Mahadyaksha. He is in the kitchen in charge, as in the form of Shudra. He went there. When he was there for 1 year, after about 5 months, there is one wrestler came called as Jimuta. Jimuta came. He had Shiva's blessing also. Nobody could conquer him, and he was a Rakshasa and puffed up, and he challenged Virata. Send your wrestlers to me, otherwise declare that you are lost. And looking at his size, all the wrestlers, they ran away. Then Virata got very annoyed, worried, how can we save our face? Then Kanka said, why are you worrying? I told you we have a wrestler. It's a Ballava. His name, he kept him as a Ballava. He is there. I know that Ballava, when the Kanka said, I was advisor to Yudhishthira. When Yudhishthira was the king, since Yudhishthira went on incognito, had come here, I know Ballava, he was a wrestler. He was fighting with even lions and elephants. And when he is there, why worry? And Jimuta, then they set the show, the wrestling. Jimuta was the wrestler and Rakshasa, and Bhima did wrestling with him, pretending whatever the action he was doing, he was counteracting, and after that he tossed him up and crushed him down, and Jimuta died. Seeing him killed, everyone, all his accomplices, they ran away. In Virata Parva, whenever Virata Parva is told, wherever it is told, there is surely rain will happen. Rain, Jimuta means cloud. Jimuta means cloud. Bhima is a representative of Vayu. With the air breaking the cloud burst, rain will happen. So many places it is told, even in village, if there is a drought, they request people, ask somebody to say that, tell the Virata Parva, or next one Udyoga Parva. Virata Udyoga Parva, by saying that one, the cloud, there will be a rain, abundance of rain. Instead of people going for cloud seeding, go for make somebody to narrate the Virata Parva. The Jimuta, killing of Jimuta is, Jimuta was a Rakshasa, he was killing people also, and Narabhakshaka, and killing him, there is earth got, the earth's thirst got quenched. That is the story of Virata Parva, and the group of us have chanted all 18 chapters in 2 hours 15 minutes in a good pace, and we posted some clips online also. You can listen to that one. On Monday is Ekadashi, Mokshada Ekadashi. On Monday, even if you are busy, you chant 2 short chapters. One is the Bhakti Yoga, 12th chapter, and Purushottama Yoga 15th chapter. To both chapter to say, it will take maximum 10 minutes. You can chant that one on Monday. Mokshada, it's an offering to it is our way of the paying our obeisance to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. अष्टादशोऽध्यायः अर्जुनो उवाच सन्न्यासस्य महाबाहो तत्त्वमिच्छामि वेदितुम् त्यागस्य च हृषीकेश पृथक्केशिनि सूदन काम्यानं कर्मणां न्यासं सन्न्यासं कवयो विदुः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं राहुस्त्यागं विचक्षण त्याज्यं दोषावदित्येके कर्म प्राहुर्मनीषिणः यज्ञदानतपःकर्म त्याज्यमिति चापरे निश्चयं शृणु मे तत्र त्यागे भरतसत्तमा त्यागो हि पुरुषव्याघ्र त्रिविधः सम्प्रकीर्तितः यज्ञदानतपःकर्म त्याज्यं कार्यमेव तत् यज्ञोदानं तपश्चैव पावनानि मनीषिणाम्. This Bhagavad Gita, it's Samskrita. It has the 51 alphabets. Our expression becomes good. The tongue starts rolling well. And other, for example, English has only 26 alphabets. Many letters are compromised. Even Tamil, many letters are compromised. Whereas Samskrita, we are able to express well in the how we talk. It is talking about para, pashyanti, madhyama, vaikari. Para, the contemplating, how before I talk, the sound starts originating in the navel, it starts rising up. In the heart is madhyama. And para, here pashyanti, one who can experience that one. In the throat is madhyama. Vaikari is a full expansion. Even if you are not understanding, try to pronounce that one. Your expression becomes good. Expression becomes pure. And Bhagavad Gita helps in breaking the Samskrita. When you are reading, where to break, you will understand that one. एतान्यपि तु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा फलानि च कर्तव्यानीति मे पार्थ निश्चितं मतमुत्तमम् नियतस्य तु सन्न्यास कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहातस्य परित्याग तामसः परिकीर्तितः. Arjuna asked the question, Tyaga and Sannyasa, and Shri Krishna says, for Sannyasa, without Tyaga there is no Sannyasa. Now what we see in most of the monasteries, in all religion, they are the figurehead. It is a political figurehead. They are the custodian of wealth. They take that one for displaying their power. The power, there is no Tyaga. There is what is required is inner. That Tyaga is required, then only you are eligible for sannyasa. Many places they fight for that. I want to become a heir of this monastery. They fight over it. and no tyaga, only money is the attraction. Sri Krishna talks about, to begin with, you have to have the tyaga. He talks about tyaga, different type of tyagas, and dukkha ityeva yat karma kaya klesha bhayat tyaje sakritva rajasam tyagam naiva tyaga palam labet. The tyaga, innerly I should able to give up my comfort. I am no longer a priority in my life. When my priority is big, so only selfish thing, what is in for me. When I am the priority, I am not able to make any compromise. Even if I am making the compromise, I am I'm not at all happy. I gave that, I made a compromise. That type of compromise, forceful compromise, or out of fear, if I do sacrifice something, it may affect my bank balance, or it may affect my stature. That type of tyaga is rajasic. It won't bring in any punya. Karya ityeva yat karma dukkha karya ityeva yat karma niyatam kriyate arjuna sangam tyaktva palam chaiva satyaga satviko mataha. Tomorrow I will touch upon what is the four types of karma. To do that one is called as vikarma. Vikarma means wrong action. I am supposed to do, like for example, I told being born as a human, you have to follow a dharma. I don't follow any dharma. I have no rules. I do whatever I do, I like. That is called as vikarma. That is rakshasa pravritti, asuri pravritti. I don't want to obey anything. And that is vikarma. Akarma means I am supposed to do something. What is my responsibility? Though I am capable, I am not interested. Akarma means do the obligatory. You are not taking any action. What's supposed to do, despite you are not doing. Third one is called as sakama karma. You are doing only what is in for me. Whatever I do, I want to get a share out of this one. Unless I get a pie in that one, I don't want to do anything. And now it's a year-end bonus time, and I work only for the bonus. The employer will say, if you work, you will get this much of bonus. My work only for salary increase. You give me more, I will work more. You don't give, I won't work. You give me more and more, I sell myself. I will work day and night. That is sakama karma. Nishkama karma, fourth type. It's a fruit is not the driver. Sakama karma, selfish. When for doing the nishkama karma, what is the driver? For person doing the nishkama karma, I see the presence of God everywhere. Only one who sees the presence of God alone can do the nishkama karma. For us, I don't want to do anything. Why I serve the community? I don't get anything from them. All are selfish people. What is why pour water on a rock? Many people say, you look after yourself. Look after your back. Well, that is what majority. Nishkama karma, when you see the presence of Vasudeva everywhere, you are nothing but you are not doing anything for anyone. Because you see the God there, you are not doing anything for anyone, but it is your service to the Lord. In every being, that nishkama karma, when the nishkama karma is there, that is the sattvic. When it happens, the best in you manifest. Selfish, however brilliant you are, your expression is not brilliant. When you embark on the next level, Nishkama Karma, your unfoldment happens. Unfoldment, tomorrow I will talk about, it is a precursor for a sannyasa. Without that one you can't, no moksha. Mokshada, I can read 18th chapter 10 times, Mokshada Gita Jayanti, Mokshada. No moksha. It says, unless you embark on the Nishkama Karma, that is the precursor for sannyasa, that is the prerequisite for moksha. Without that one, all 20 years, 30 years I have been celebrating Mokshada Gita Jayanti, nothing has happened. And nahi deha brita shakyam tektum karmanya sheshataha yastu karma palatyagi satyagi ityabhidiyate. Being born, everyone does action, everyone has to do action. Sri Krishna is urging, anyway you are doing, instead of doing for yourself, why don't you do for ourselves? Expand. That is the freedom for moksha. Anishta ishtam ishram cha Trividam karmana palam Bhavatya tyaginam pretya Natu sannyasinam kvachit. Anishta ishta mishram cha. When your first three categories of action, vikarma, akarma and sakama karma, three types of outcomes will come, the trividam karmana palam. But when you go into the nishkama karma, karma won't bind you. And trividam karmana palam, it's ishta, desired, undesired or mixed. Panchaitani mahabaho karanani nibodame Sankye kritante proktani siddhaye sarva karmanam. Panchaitani mahabaho, 5 types to do anything, 5 things are required. Adhishtanam tata karta karanam cha pratak vidam vividascha pratak chesta panchaite daivam chaivatra panchamam. Without daiva anugraha, nothing can happen. One side is adhishtana and doership, and other side of daiva, divine, is effort, and the adhishtanam tata karta pratak vidam vividascha pratak chesta, the senses, good senses and effort. Sharira vangmano biryat karma prarabhate naraha nyayam va viparitam va panchaite tasya hetavaha. Whatever actions you doing, talking, thinking or action, all these 5 things are involved. Adhishtanam, your right, the good condition. If you want to travel, you need a car, vehicle is required, and driver is required aspiring to reach the destination, and the car should be in a good order, and then you have to drive in a right way, and above all, divine blessing is required for you to travel safely. Tatraivam sati kartara atmanam kevalam tuyah pashyatya akrita buddhyatma nasa pashyati durmati yasya naham kruto bhavo बुद्धिर्यस्य न लिप्यते हत्वापि स इमं लोकान् न हन्ति न निबध्यते. In the nishkama karma, when you are doing, even if you are a failure or even if you do not achieve your purpose, karma won't bind you. Jnanam jneyam parijñata vividha karma chodana karanam karma karteti vividha karma sangraha jnanam karma cha karta cha vidaiva gunabedataha prochyate gunasankhyaane यथा वशृणुतान्यपि सर्वभूतेषु येनैकं भाव अव्यय ईक्षते अविभक्तं विभक्तेषु तज्ज्ञानं विद्धि सात्विकम्. The holistic knowledge, that is the sattvic knowledge, and the fragmented knowledge is rajasic. No knowledge is tamasic. Pritaktveena tu yajnanam nana bhavat pritakvidan veti sarveshu bhuteshu tajnanam viddhi rajasam yattu krishnavade kasmin karye sakta ahaitukam तत्त्वार्थवदल्पं च तत्तामसौदाहृतं नियतं सङ्गरहितं रागद्वेषतकृतं अपलाप्रेप्सुना कर्म यत्कर्म यत्तत् सात्विक उच्यते. The sattvic means light. Rajasic means hazy. Tamasic means total darkness. These are in the light terms, clarity, obscured, and tamasic means total darkness. Yattu kamepsuna karma sa ahankarena va punaha kriyate bahulayasam tadrajasudahritam. Rajasic activity only stress, anxiety, the stress related problem. Now across anxiety, stress, depression, it's all coming out of rajasic. Why rajasic mode? Because things are changing very fast, and our survival has become a question. Somehow I have to survive, I have to prove myself. It leads to lot of stress and anxiety and survival of fittest. Like animals are fighting for survival of fittest, we have degraded ourselves to that level. Our survival, your human life is meant for enjoying and moving higher. Rather, most of our life is spent in a survival mode. I am just here to survive, make extra money. I just want to. If I am in rajasic mode, where is the sadhana? Everyone's life is tough. You can't, external things you can't change. Despite odds, how can I do the sadhana? That is the sattvic person will find it. Yes, challenge is there. When I just started my career, I am very busy. I have to impress my boss. And further down the line, my restructuring is happening. I have to prove myself. I am stressed. Even you are approaching 50, 60, I don't have enough superannuation. My financial advisor says, I need this much of money minimum, otherwise you are gone. So I am stressed. Retirement also I am worried. then when is the time you are able to do the sadhana? Despite odds, able to do the sadhana, that is called a sattvic. Otherwise, Yama doesn't wait for anyone. When the messenger of death comes, I can't say, sorry sir, I was about to make one more extra dollar. You came bit early. Or you can't say, I was working for some big corporate and I'm busy driving a big car, paying off my mortgage. You can't, no excuse where you can't say, the bottom line, have you done the sadhana? That is what you are born for. Anubandham kshayam himsa anaveksha cha paurusham mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasa uchyate mukta sango naham vadi dhiti utsaha samanvitaha siddha asiddho nirvikara karta satvika uchyate. The mukta sango, how the sattvic person behaves in the life, it is no compulsion, as if it is the play. Life has become a play, joyfully playing the game. Mukta sango, no stress, anxiety, no attachment. When I have expanded myself into Nishkama mode, Nishkama karma, and I am not bound by anyone. When I am selfish mode, I am so stressed, how can I answer that person? I am answerable to that person, I want to please that person, and whole life is spent on pleasing at home, maybe whole life is spent on pleasing the wife, or wife pleasing the children or husband, and I am whole life, many people says what to do, I can't do, my wife is not interested, and whole life is spent for pleasing the wife. It's a sattvic, means I am not here to please anyone. Not that you are ignoring the home, your life, after all, it is your life. When the Yama comes, the messenger of death comes, you can't say I was busy pleasing somebody. And I am here, I was busy pleasing somebody, but you are not pleased with me. Why are you dragging me out? And the mukta sango naham vadi dhriti utsaha samanvitaha siddha siddho, whether happens or not, karta satvika uchyate. Ragi karma pala prepsu lubdo himsatmako ashuchihi harsha shokanvita karta rajasa parikirtitaha ayukta prakrita stabdha shato nekritiko lasaha Vishadi dirgha sutri cha karta tamasa uchyate. Tamasic people always complaining, always regret. Even working time they are regretting. In the old age they are full of complaint, and the complaining person will have no friends. A person keep on complaining. Even if I am going to the old age, I am complaining of the service. Nobody will be there to listen to your complaint. Everyone has their own problem. So, what it is talking about, stop complaining. Stop complaining. If you can fix it, you fix it. Not to keep on complaining, that is not good, this is not good. You try to fix it. If you keep on complaining, nobody is there to listen to you. Buddhir bedam dhiteschaiva gunatastrividam shunu rocyamana sheshena पृथक्त्वेन धनञ्जय प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च कार्ये भये बन्धं मोक्षं च या वेति बुद्धिः सा पार्थ सात्विकी यया धर्म अधर्मं च कार्यं च कार्यमेव च एतावत् प्रजानीति बुद्धि सा पार्थ राजसी. The best way to move into sattvic mode, stop watching opera. It's a TV shows, all dramas. It is full of revenge, negative, and how to backstab. It is all languages. It is only again and again. It is brainwashing. How can I cheat? How can I backstab? You stop watching your television, or if you can't stop, you can donate your TV here. We need a television here, big screen. You bring it here. You can watch our yoga. It's stop watching the sattvic. The total in people retirees only day in day out only watching that one. Only negative things, and people in the late night 10 o'clock there is a show, crime time, not prime time, crime time. And I am watching how they robbed, how they murdered, and how they did. I am watching that one. I am going to sleep, and my mind is, as I am getting older, I am not settled. Everything is unsettled. Not to be that crime time and opera, you switch off from that one. Dhrityaya dharayate mana pranendriya kriyaha yogena vicharinya dhriti sa partha satviki. The focused mind, not you. That's slowly Sri Krishna is bringing you. What is sannyasa is bringing. You have been jumping here. Dhriti avyabhicharinya. No more dividing your energy. Get on to the track. You are getting older. You don't have a long innings. Your innings is getting shorter day by day. Now focus on a track and move fast onto that one. That is called as dhritya avyabhicharinya. You are not squandering your energy. Get on to that one. Sri Krishna is telling us how to do the sadhana. That is called as a sattvic sadhana. Yes, in my life, in childhood, I had many things, and youths also, many priorities as we are getting older. And in the 15th chapter, Urdhamulamadasyakam Ashwattam Prahuravyam, and it is Asangena Shastrena, mercilessly chop off the parts what is not for your life. Take on which path you want to take it. Hold on to that one till the end. In the 15th chapter, talking about that one. Chop off slowly. Otherwise, whole life I have been busy, but I have not traveled any distance. So busy in my life, I did not travel any distance. It is talking about dhritya and avyabhicharinya. It is the time you move forward. You have been going around the circle for lives to come. It is sattvic. Yayatu dharma kamarthan dhritya dharayate arjuna prasangena palakankshi dhriti sa partha rajasi. And I am here, I am seen here, I am seen here, I am seen here. Every occasion, every event I am seen, it is a rajasic one. Yes, I can impress people. I am a very social person, but you won't get recorded in the divine books. You won't be able to travel further in your life. Yeya swapnam bhayam shokam Vishadam madameva cha Vimuchanti durmeda Dhriti sa partha tamasi Sukam tvidanim trividam Shunu me bharatarshaba Abhyasat ramate yatra Dukkantam cha nigacchati Yatadagre vishamiva Pariname mrutopamam Tatsukam satvikam proktam Atma buddhi prasadajam. And sadhana also, there are many divine beings also in the sattvic also. There is a Ashutosha or Kshipra Prasada. Many divine beings are there. The divine beings, they give the prasada fruit very quickly, quick result. But sattvic one, they are not interested in quick result. I want to do the sadhana. Yes, in the yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadanti na vipashyati. The flower has come, a beautiful flower, I can immediately pluck it. But sattvic person, I am not interested in the flower. Flower can blossom further. Just the bud has come, I have plucked the bud. If you wait, flower will open up. Fragrance will come. Bees will come. It's beautiful to look at. Not at, I am not plucking it. Slowly, that flower will get transformed into fruit, a green fruit. I am not at plucking. Slowly it matures. Ripe fruit, I am taking that one. Sattvic one is waiting for the ripe fruit. I can pick up the green fruit from the tree, but tasteless. I can pluck the flower, but the fruit, I never experienced the fruit. Sattvic one, you are waiting, do the sadhana. Sadhana, was having a discussion with one great yogi also, that he was talking about the moksha. Suppose God gives a moksha. Okay, you want moksha? Oh, go. Inside, I have not done anything. What I will do there? I will be on the bench there. I don't know what to do. You have to mature yourself. Then only you can enjoy the fruit. If you are not enjoyed, even it's everything is given, you don't know how to handle. The new car, I don't know how to operate. What you will do? It's a bhakta, never ask for anything. I want to do the sadhana. May the unfoldment happen. Life's to come, I am happy to wait. I don't want immediate result. I am not after the temple run, whoever gives the quick result, I am after that one. I want to do the sadhana, that sattvic etadagre vishamiva appears to be doing lot of tapas, but ultimate is the ripe, the fruit, that sweet one. Vishayendriya samyogat yatadagre amrutopamam pariname vishamiva tatsukam rajasam smritam. The rajasic one is plucking the green fruit, no taste. Yadagre chanubande cha sukam mohanamatmanaha nidralasya pramadotam tattamasudahritam natadasti pritivyam vadivi deveshu va punaha सत्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं यदेभिः स्यात्रिभिर्गुणैः ब्राह्मणा क्षत्रियविषं शूद्राणां च परन्तप कर्माणि प्रविभक्तानि स्वभावप्रभवैर्गुणैः शमोदमस्तपः शौचं क्षान्ति आर्जवमेव च ज्ञानं विज्ञान आस्तिक्यं ब्रह्मकर्म स्वभावजं शौर्यं तेजो धृतिदाक्ष्य युद्धे चाप्यपलायनं दानमीश्वरभावस्था क्षात्रं कर्म स्वभावजं कृषिगोरक्ष्यवाणिज्यं वैश्यकर्म स्वभावजं परिचर्यात्मकं कर्म शूद्रस्यापि स्वभावजं स्वे स्वे कर्मण्य अभिरता संसिद्धिं लभते नरः स्वकर्म निरतः सिद्धिं यथा विन्दति तच्छृणु. Last week I touched upon Dharmavyada story. Whatever Bhagavan can be approached in any field, whatever field you are in, whatever profession you are in, you through that one do sattvic nishkama karma, you do that one, you will realize that you are highest. Bhagavan doesn't say everyone must sit in front of the altar for 10 hours a day. Whatever is your profession, even last week I talked about a housewife. She had a Brahmajnana and a butcher had a Brahmajnana. This one it is talking about whatever profession you are in, Bhagavan is accessible to everyone. He is not partial to anyone. Yata pravritti bhutanam yena sarva idam tatam swakarmana tamarbhyarcha siddhim vindati manava. Sarva idam, Bhagavan is pervading everywhere. Whatever, yata pravritti bhutanam, you get old, like if you are a doctor, you are doing that one, you are pravritti, you are doing as an offering to the Lord. Whatever you do, and Bhagavan never said you have to learn mantras, you have to learn Sanskrit to get the liberation. Whatever profession, Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharma Swanishtitat Swabhava Niyatam Karma Kurvan Apnoti Kilbisham. It is better, for example, here Devi Ji is our biggest donor also. It's for her, if she thinks, I want to learn Sanskrit and I will give up my medical profession and I will do the 10 hours meditation here. What Bhagavan is saying, you are born with certain skills, traits. You continue with that one. However much I may be doing that one, I am doing this sadhana. I want to be like our Guruji, I want to do. Shri Krishna says, you have been blessed with certain skills. You do that one. That is much better than you are trying to imitate me. You don't understand what I am doing. You want to only imitation. It is filled with fear, anxiety. Imitation won't take you long. You have to be natural. All our lives, we are prepared. Who is that? Akshaji was saying that I want to bowl like Shane Warne. I have to bat like Tendulkar, Apratim. You are not imitating anyone. You can't imitate if you are imitating filled with fear and anxiety. Even people at best will say, you play like Tendulkar. Never we will recognize you as Apratim. It is saying, play like your natural game. If you are imitating, life is filled with fear, anxiety. Even in the spiritual circle, we want to pretend we are very devoted. We change our costume and put all the tilak and this one, pretend that we are that one. Inside nothing is there. And in the Gurukul yesterday I was talking about this mafia culture is there in the spirituality also, in the business circle is there, in the everywhere is there. Just because you put on the mask that your inside transformation has happened. Bhagavan is impressing on change must happen from within, not changing your costume and impress others. No pointing impress, and unless inner transformation happens, moksha there is no moksha. You are only cheating yourself. Asakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vikata spruha naiškarmya siddhim paramam sannyasena adhigacchati. When the inner transformation has happened, one who had a glimpse of that light, now so focused, the persistence, perseverance and patience, so focused, no more digressing here and there, that intense, I want only that one, no more, nothing can tempt me, that is called a sannyasa. That it has to dawn when the inner transformation happens, not changing the color of the cloth. Siddhim prapto yata brahma tata apnoti nibodhame samase naiva kaunteya nishta jnatasya ya para nishta jnanasya ya para. Siddhim, one who is so intensely energetic, through Tyaga matured into Sattvic Tyaga, into Nishkama Karma. When the momentum happens, one becomes intensely energetic. That person, that is the sannyasa Shri Krishna talks about. That person is a sannyasa. Bhagavan did not say you have to change moksha sannyasa yoga. He has given this upadesha to Arjuna. Arjuna had multiple wives. He was a married person. He has told sannyasa. He is giving a message. It is applicable to everyone. You have to become a sannyasa. Sannyasa means so intensely energetic. Have you discovered that path? And when you are energetic, Siddhim prapto, you will undoubtedly realize your your goal. Yata Brahma tata apnoti, the Supreme Lord apnoti, He pervades everywhere. And samasena naiva kaunteya, I will talk about that one. Jnanasya, through the knowledge, you will realize the highest. Knowledge is required. Buddhya vishuddhaya yukto Dritya atmanam niyamya cha Shabdadin vishayans tyaktva Ragadvesho vyudasya cha. Buddhya, through the mind, your intellect, Vishuddhaya, mind and intellect purified. When the intensity is there with the purified intellect and mind, Yukto, the integrated person, Dhriti, so focused, Atmanam Niyamyacha, focused on the goal, Shabdadin, no more get sidetracked by opinions of others. Others no more, because I realized my path. no more, I am no longer getting sidetracked by others. Vishayan tyaktva ragadvesho vyudasya cha, overcome attachment and hate. When the focus is there, reaching the goal, I won't be bogging down in pinpricking, fighting quarrel with others. I am out here to reach my goal. I am not here to waste my time arguing with everyone for silly things. And this mantra, I want everyone to memorize this one, the how a yogi should be. Vivikta sevi lagvashi yata vakaya manasaha dhyana yoga paro nityam vairagyam samupashritaha. It is talking about Vivikta sevi. Try to spend time for yourself, not to become the party person. Always, the Christmas time, every day, that potluck party, this party, and try to if you want to find that track, you have to spend time for yourself. Vivikta sevi, spend time for yourself, spend inner contact. Vivikta sevi lagvashi, minimize your food, not to be food, seeing the banquet, your eyes become big. And what is that? Vada pav. And it's lagvashi, and you control and your minimize, control your tongue. Yata vak kaya manasaha, minimize your talking, not to talk too much. It's not to expend your energy. The talking leads to argumentation, misunderstanding, and minimize the talk. It's your words can be misunderstood, and yata vak kaya manasaha, physical movement also, doing the asana. You are not here to do too much of exertion. People here, they go for a marathon walk, 10 kilometers, 20, 30 kilometers every day, going for a jog. It is not good for your bones. You are wearing off. It's too much of physical exertion every day, gym workout. It is not good for your muscles. Body, it is not asana, do that one. People, morning till evening, 2 hours running, 4 hours running, they wear off their muscles. And manasaha, not to overthink too much. What will happen next year, what will happen 20 years, what will happen. Kaya manasaham dhyana yoga paro nityam. Meditate, you must. Every day you meditate. Without any fail, you have to meditate. Nityam dhyana yoga paro. What I should meditate on the highest. Nityam, daily. Vairagyam samupashritaha. You have to have a raga, attachment to the highest alone. Moksha sannyasa. Moksha means freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom to what? What you have to achieve. Freedom means not just running away. Liberating yourself from here and what you want to achieve. Vairagya means I should know what I have to get so that it gives me freedom. Samupashritaha. Repeat this one. Vivikta sevi lagvashi yata vakaya manasaha dhyana yoga paro nityam vairagyam samupashritaha. This is a shloka for us to contemplate. It has a message for everyone, children, adult, old people. Try to memorize on next Saturday. I will be in Bangalore. There won't be any class next Saturday because I will be in the conference. And following Saturday, hopefully, we'll have a session from Bangalore. And this chapter today is the 20th class. We have covered 52 verses, and another 16 verses are there. And slowly Bhagavan talked about what is Tyaga, what is Sannyasa, and how to do the meditation, how to lead a yogic life. Yogic life, the tips. Yoga is not just bending and twisting. The inner transformation must happen. Bhagavad Gita is a must text for all yoga practitioners. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum